So Aaron had the ring for months, and he knew Halloween was the perfect time to pop the question. But sadly, Rebekah would never get to experience it because her favorite day of the year would be the very day that she disappears.
Oh, sad.
Good one. Happy soon-to-be Halloween.
Halloween
people.
Eve.
Halloween Eve. And, oh, wait, this is Devil's Night, right?
Oh, what?
Devil's Night, the night before Halloween, and Night of Mischief. It actually comes into play in my story today.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, well, it's a night of mischief. Yeah, it's when people go out. Some people vandalize shit, like, smash
excuse
people's
me.
pumpkins. It's not cool. But anyway,
No, get out of here with that.
it's younger people. It's not.
Obviously. Oh, your adult friends aren't
Well,
doing that?
adult friends use it or adults use it as an excuse. Like, that's the night out. Let's go out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. I'd argue Halloween is that as well, but okay.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, reminder everyone that we have a bonus Halloween special for everyone.
Everyone. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to be a patron.
Patron, yeah.
Although you patrons, top tier, I don't even know, or top and mid tier, will get your second bonus episode of the month. So you get a total of 3.
Yeah, really. This week you're getting 3. Yeah, but for just the bonus for everyone, you just meet us right back here, wherever you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be good. Putting those together now, and that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. I can jump right in.
Okay, here we go.
Sources: Zone Cases, Investigation Discovery, The Cinemaholic, Midland Daily News, Oxygen.com, OxygenTrueCrime.com,
Sure.
NBC, IsabellaCounty.org, Wood TV 8, and CBS News, and a Medium article by Tim Reynolds.
Oh,
forgot them.
I've used a Tim Reynolds Medium. He's good.
He's good.
All right. Midland, Texas?
Nope, Michigan.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
A man named Douglas White is a 22-year-old married man living in Michigan when he became friendly with his 17-year-old neighbor, Teresa Etherton.
No.
Yeah. To be honest, he's 22 and she's 17. So the age, it's not like crazy different. But
yeah, but
if you're, why are we married and becoming friendly with a neighbor who still lives with her parent? Like, no.
Yeah. If I'm his wife, I'm like, absolutely not. But thank you.
She's in high school. Thank you.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Teresa always thought something was a little off with Douglas. So I bet she would call him an acquaintance, not friendly. But one day he asked Teresa if she wanted to see his model racetrack in the basement of his home. And probably not wanting to be rude, she said yes. He pointed it out, and as she was going to get a closer look, he pulled out a knife and started stabbing her out of nowhere.
Jesus.
First, he stabbed her just below her right shoulder blade. She turned around and saw Douglas clutching the knife. Then he stabbed her 15 more times while he was beaming ear to ear.
Ew.
Just smiling the entire attack.
Ew.
He tried to strangle her, still smiling.
Ew.
Beaming with pride. So creepy. He started getting frustrated and yelled, "Why won't you die?" So she started fake passing out.
Oh, good.
Once she was fully playing dead, he wiped her mouth off, held her hand, and kissed her and said, "You're going to go now. I'm real sorry you had to go like this, but what the fuck? You're just a woman."
Oh, I'm out. Mm-hmm. Bye. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween.
You're a dick. He then got a sheet and put it over her face, but luckily a neighbor heard Teresa's screams for help and the cops were already on their way.
Oh, hell yeah. Go Nabes.
I know. They busted in, saved her, and while receiving medical treatment at the hospital, she told the police exactly who did this to her.
Yes. Where was his wife during that?
Upstairs.
What?
I know. It's very weird.
Okay.
And at one point, one source said that she came down and he said, like, we did drugs together and she overdosed. It was like a weird, I don't understand. And I can't get like real confirmation on what his wife did or reacted, but I know she didn't call the police. So I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But a neighbor did. So we're okay.
Okay.
Police arrested Douglas, and he admitted that he had struggled with the thoughts of violence and with psychological issues. And Douglas tried to tell his wife and that he and Teresa, again, had been doing drugs in the basement when she went crazy and started attacking him and then apparently overdosed. I don't know.
Very verifiable. Okay, well, we're just going to do a drug test real quick and see what drugs she was doing.
Totally. So he turned everything around on the 17-year-old, blaming her and saying the cuts on his hands were defensive wounds. During his trial, Douglas pretended to be remorseful. He said he was a foolish young man who made a terrible mistake. Then he swore he'll never do it again. I won't do it again, swear.
Okay. Bye-bye then.
And the judge said, okay, but no takesies backsies.
You pinky it.
Pinky promise, and then makes the judge like kiss his palm. But when he leans in, Douglas just licks the side of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's like, oh, wait. You're
real creep.
Yeah.
It's like, now I don't believe you because you're a creep.
A jury convicted Douglas of attempted murder, and the court sentenced him to 5 to 10 years in prison. However, he appealed and successfully overturned his conviction on the grounds that he had amnesia, and his attorney failed to use an insanity plea.
Wait, so how long was he in there?
So he got sentenced to 5 to 10 years, but he successfully overturned it. He was released from prison after only serving 2 years, and instead of getting a new trial, prosecution offered Douglas a plea deal. He would only serve 2 years of probation. No more prison time.
Oh, I hate this.
The caveat being he had to receive mental health treatment. So, but after being, so he served 2 years for this and then got 2 years probation. So after being released from his mental health treatment, though, he didn't change his ways, if you can believe it.
Wait, but he said he was going to.
But he swore.
Okay.
Oddly enough, treatment for a child murderer didn't work. It was so weird. I'm 17 is a child, and I don't say attempted murder in this case because he wanted to do what he wanted to do. She heard him say, "Why won't you die?" Like, come on. Teresa wasn't notified that Douglas had been released, so one day she's in line at the DMV and suddenly heard his voice behind her.
Stop.
When she turned around, there he was, smiling at her. The same menacing smile. Can you imagine?
Got to be kidding.
And she's been having actual nightmares about his voice since her attack. But at least when she wakes up in the morning, she's comforted by the fact that he's still in prison. Then all of a sudden, you remember that you have to go to the DMV that day and you're dreading it.
Yeah, it's already a nightmare. And now it's already made worse.
And that's where you see him. Holy shit. So without thinking, her instinct kicks in and she grabs one of those short poles that divide the lines and tries to beat the smile off his face.
Shut up. Yes.
I know.
Girl.
Love Teresa.
God, I hope she got him.
I think she got at least one swing in.
Good.
A security guard grabbed her, though, and ushered her outside where she explained the situation, and he apparently just told her to run.
Oh.
No. And she's probably like, no, I've been here for 27 hours now. He needs to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But that's how she found out that he was released.
That's so messed up.
It's so screwed up. So now Douglas White is walking around Michigan, and soon he finds a new victim to obsess over, which brings me to today's main case about Rebekah Gay. Rebekah Gay was born March 26, 1988, and grew up and lived in Mount Pleasant area of Michigan, which is a small, close-knit community where everyone knows each other. You know the spiel.
Sure.
She was the youngest of 3 kids, and it was your typical small-town upbringing. She ran around the neighborhood playing on the weekends and went to church every Sunday where her stepdad, John, was the pastor. Or I guess soon to be stepdad because he was engaged to her mom, Sally, but they weren't married yet.
Mm-hmm.
Rebekah's father, Thomas, was a highly respected horse trainer and ranch manager, which is pretty cool.
That's cool, yeah.
And he was the founder of St. Jude's Rides, which is a charity horse race that raised money for, obviously, St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Ah.
So he seemed very wonderful, but sadly, he became terminally ill and was put into hospice around when Rebekah was going into high school. She was a teenager at some point. She went to Bullet Creek High School in Midland, which is like right outside Mount Pleasant. They're kind of the same area. And was on the equestrian team as a way to kind of honor her father. She also participated in archery competitions and helped raise money for struggling families. So I know, she seems pretty badass too. Like,
good head on her shoulders.
Yeah. Galloping on a horse while shooting a bow and arrow to save a family.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
After graduating in 2007, she went to cosmetology school and started dating a guy named Chad Sando. Rebekah became a hairstylist, and in 2008, at only 19 or 20 years old, she found out she was pregnant. And just like that, 9 months later, Rebekah and Chad are parents to this cute-ass baby boy they named Conway. I love that name. I know, it's cute. While they tried to provide Conway with a stable life, they couldn't make their relationship work, and they broke up. From what I can tell, Chad struggled to adapt to parenthood the way Rebekah did, but it was pretty civil. I think it was a pretty civil breakup. They had a custody arrangement, so he wasn't out of the picture completely. So yeah, while most people would panic at the idea of being a 20-year-old single mom, Rebekah fully embraced it. She loved it and felt like this was her purpose.
Oh.
She worked tirelessly to support her and Conway and ended up moving to Broomfield Valley Mobile Park Home, where her mom, Sally, and John lived. She wanted to be near them because A, she could have extra help. Sally and John often took Conway to daycare when she had to work, or they would babysit him. They all had dinners together on Sunday nights. So, living next to the grandparents rocked. Right. And B, it was surrounded by farmland. So she thought it would be ideal for a little baby to grow up running around there.
Totally.
But even with the extra help, it was hard balancing the work hours with being a single mom, and she wanted more time with Conway, so she switched jobs and started working retail at Goodwill. And not long after being hired, they promoted her to manager, which obviously came with a pay raise, so she felt more financially stable. She was like getting settled in her new home, and eventually she was ready to start dating again. She became really good friends with her supervisor, Andrea, who then introduced Rebekah to her brother, Aaron Quinn. And Aaron Quinn is also the name of that guy who survived the home invasion / kidnapping with...
Everyone thought it was a Gone Girl situation. It was so messed up.
With his girlfriend, Denise Huskins. And everyone, including the cops, thought they were lying when they weren't.
Crazy.
An ass backwards case, but it's not this one. Okay.
Yeah, got it. And a different Aaron Quinn, but
this Aaron
if you
Quinn,
don't know that, I mean, it's very well known.
Yeah. That's why
that's a doozy.
It really is. That's why I felt the need to explain it. I'm sure everyone has heard of that one. Mm-hmm. This Aaron Quinn is Andrea's brother, who she set up with Rebekah. Got it?
Got it.
They started as friends. Given Rebekah had a 1-year-old at this point, she wanted to take it slow, but it eventually turned romantic and they started dating. He treated Conway like his own son, almost immediately told his family he would marry Rebekah one day, and she was in the same boat. They were very smitten with each other, and they would often talk about their future. Plus, being like BFFs with his sister is so ideal.
Yeah.
So the thought of having her as a sister-in-law was very exciting. So
very fun. Yeah.
Very fun. Life was good. Mm-hmm. And it would remain good for the next 2 years.
Good.
October 2012 comes around and Rebekah's amped because Halloween is her favorite holiday.
Hell yeah.
I know. Rebekah and this Rebekah, we share that.
Same.
We do.
Same.
She was extra excited because Conway was 3 years old at this point, so he could really enjoy it this year. Go trick-or-treating, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. She got him a Spider-Man costume, and she was going to be a pirate.
Cute.
She decked out her trailer with 8 scarecrows out front, caution tape in the windows, fake cobwebs, pumpkins. She went all out.
Nice.
The night before Halloween, so October 30th, again, is Devil's Night.
Today.
Which is typically a night to go out. Again, it's supposed to be a night of mischief. Usually vandalism. I don't know why I associate it with vandalism, but
so you don't know that? I'm like,
no,
I've never heard this.
It's like the Martha Moxley. That's where they're like out, like egging people's houses and shit. I think, right?
Yeah, I would beat some teenager's ass. If
my God,
I mean,
woke up to egg on your window.
Yeah, fuck you, kid.
Can't do it now. Everyone has Ring.
True. But mask and whatnot.
Sure. But on this night, Rebekah decided to stay in and chill, have a night in with Conway. The plan for the next day was to meet her ex, Chad, at a local grocery store to drop Conway off, which is where they typically did their exchanges. Mm-hmm. Then she would pick him back up at 4:30 p.m. so she and Aaron could take him trick-or-treating. But little did she know, Aaron actually had a little plan of his own that he'd been keeping a secret for months now. So he was excited to finally execute it on Rebekah's favorite holiday. Oh. He was going to propose.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I know. What?
I'm just laughing at. It's very common to propose on Christmas, New Year's. I would even throw Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. I would throw Thanksgiving before Halloween.
Yeah, because you're with all your family already, so you can celebrate. But Halloween, no.
Halloween is it. I'm going to dress as a scary-ass clown. I'm going to get on one knee.
And propose to that pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Great.
it.
I love it.
Everyone in her life was like, that's the best plan.
My God.
She loved it.
Take her to a cemetery.
Yeah.
Find the oldest grave there and do it there.
And say, you want to spend eternity with me?
Yeah. There you go.
So Aaron had the ring for months, and he knew Halloween was a perfect time to pop the question. But sadly, Rebekah would never get to experience it because her favorite day of the year would be the very day that she disappears.
Oh, sad.
So Conway gets dropped off with his dad that morning, but Rebekah never makes it into work. She hadn't called in sick or notified her coworkers that she'd be late, so they immediately became concerned. I mean, obviously, if this was normal behavior, she wouldn't have been promoted to manager so quickly. So everyone's kind of sus. The assistant manager called Andrea, Rebekah's friend and supervisor, and she said she instantly got a pit in her stomach. And she calls Aaron, her brother, to see if he'd spoken to her. And he said no, but he did text her good morning, and it didn't go through. It was a green bubble, not a blue.
Right.
Since no one could get a hold of her, Andrea told the assistant manager to go to her house. You know, it's the one with the 8 scarecrows in the front yard. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
When he got there, he saw that her car was gone. He knocked on the door and no one answered. As he was leaving, he noticed her car was parked at this bar next to her house. And it's actually an old barn converted into a bar called the Barn Door. And it was a regular spot for everyone in this mobile home community, which is so fun.
That is fun. I like that.
Yes, I went to their Yelp. Yes.
Still there?
Still there.
Awesome.
Yes, it's a dive. And yes, it looks wonderful.
Okay, cool.
A guy in our neighborhood converted his detached garage into a bar during COVID. And it's like full on bar, stools, flat screens.
Fun.
That line the wall, pool table, draft beers, the whole thing. It's so fun.
Fun.
Shout out Jenna and Joel for opening a neighborhood bar. It's great.
Yeah.
And Jenna actually has a fun Instagram with a pretty good following.
There you go.
Plug real quick.
There you go.
The Real Jenna Lynn. And the Real is spelled REEL because she posts a lot of reels. So there's videos of the bar on it, I think. So
fun.
Check it out. So back to it. The barn door was about 100 yards from Rebekah's trailer. So in the line of sight from her front door. And in the parking lot, the assistant manager saw her car backed into a spot nearly like into the trees, as if she reversed too much.
Yeah.
It's weird it's even there to begin with, since she lives steps away. I mean, the amount of time it would take to walk to her car, she could be home. So it didn't make sense. At this point, it's almost noon, so the bar's open. So her colleague goes in there and found the bartender who worked the previous night shift. And he said he noticed her car, but never saw Rebekah come in. There's a chance someone in her neighborhood convinced her to go out for a drink on Devil's Night after putting Conway down, since the monitor would reach. And maybe this bartender just didn't see her. But again, why are we driving there?
Wait, don't do that.
What? No, I know.
Was that a common thing?
No, and I don't think she ever really did that before.
Oh, okay, good.
It was like maybe the cops thought maybe someone convinced her. It is only steps away, and the monitor reached.
Okay, wow.
But no, I don't think that.
But your mom's next door too. I'd be like, just watch the kid.
Yeah. Well, she's a street or two. Walking distance for sure. But
okay.
Luckily, the bartender happened to be related to Rebekah's landlord.
No way.
Small town vibes up in here.
Totally.
So he calls up his relative and asks to unlock Rebekah's house for a wellness check. And sat on the table, they see Rebekah's favorite purse, which she got as a gift from Aaron a few weeks prior, and she was obsessed with it. Andrea said he bought it for her in August, and she was still talking about it in October.
That's nice.
She would not have left her home without that purse. Yeah, it's really nice. It was also wide open and kind of thrown on the table. So they call Rebekah's mom, Sally, and she and John rush over and call the police to report her missing. But you know how it goes. She's an adult. She's 24 and may have simply not told anyone where she's going.
Yeah.
John says absolutely not. In the 6 years he's now known her, she not once flaked on somewhere she was supposed to be. And her mom, Sally, said it's more likely someone has her. Like,
oh my God.
It's far more likely she's kidnapped than skipped work without telling anyone.
Yeah.
They're not even letting a little denial set in. They know she's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Still, police wanted to wait until 4:30 p.m. before launching a full investigation because that's when she was supposed to meet Chad to pick up Conway. In the meantime, they had officers stationed at her car, her house, the grocery store meeting point to see if she shows up. But John and Sally weren't waiting. They start canvassing the neighborhoods. John went into the bar where Rebekah's car was, I guess maybe unaware that her colleague had already been there. And the employee who closed down the night before told him the same thing he told the other guy, but did mention that her car wasn't there when he left at closing. And that was a Tuesday. So the bar closed at 8:30 p.m. So her car had to be parked there at some point after that.
Yeah.
So that's like their first piece to the puzzle, I guess. Mm-hmm. So John called his congregation to see if they could come help look for her. And they had a pretty big search party from the jump. Mm-hmm. The moment the clock went from 4:29 p.m. to 4:30, cops stationed at the grocery store radioed to the others the go-ahead to enter Rebekah's home, her car, search everything.
Yeah.
When they got into her house, they couldn't find her phone or keys. There was no sign of forced entry. However, on the hallway carpet was a stain that appeared to be freshly scrubbed. Ooh. Officers then noticed similar stains on the walls, kitchen cabinets, and doorknob, making it very clear that there was some sort of struggle. And Sheriff, my God, his name.
Okay. Let's go. Let's see.
Sheriff Matuszewski. That's what I'm going with. I can't even do that. Matuszewski immediately sealed off the house with crime scene tape, which was especially eerie given Rebekah's Halloween decorations.
Yeah. People put caution tape up for Halloween decorations and I don't like it.
Oh, really? like why?
Because you don't know. Like they need actual crime scene tape so it looks like Halloween decorations, or it looks like we were in Athens and there was one down the street and I was like, is this house condemned or something? They're like, no, it's Halloween tape. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, if it's like the only thing they have, I'd be like,
yeah.
It's
confusing.
It's confusing.
We have
but
a true
hers
crime
are like
pie.
all over the windows.
Yeah, the windows are different. That's different.
Yeah. But yeah, the fake caution tape is now mixed with the real caution tape. And mind you, kids are trick-or-treating by this point.
Right.
So you have Rebekah's family and friends like gathered outside of her house, regrouping for another search, and several cops walking around asking people if they've seen a missing girl who's potentially been kidnapped.
Right.
Timmy?
Yeah.
Halloween's over. Get your ass back in the house.
No more trick-or-treating.
God. But
New
also,
neighborhood.
like, while these kids are having the time of their lives, I can't imagine what that did for Sally. Like all the memories of taking Rebekah trick-or-treating, or how excited she was to take her own kid for the very first time. It's just so
That's
sad.
very sad. It's awful.
When police searched Rebekah's car, they noticed the seat was pushed really far back. She's small, so she wouldn't have been able to reach the pedals. So they're confident she did not drive there. Duh. And now they want to question every person in her life, particularly any man. So they want to talk to Chad, Aaron, colleagues, her stepdad, the bartenders at the barn door, everyone. Mm-hmm. And they asked them all if they'd be willing to take a polygraph, and most said sure. So while Rebekah's friends and family continued searching and passing out flyers, Detective Patterson is transporting each guy to Lansing, Michigan, where the polygraph is. Mm-hmm. That's about an hour drive. So to ease nerves, the detective makes small talk. And one guy in particular got a little chatty.
Oh, okay, yes.
First of all, he had noticeable scratches on his face, which he explained away by saying a shelf he was putting up at his house fell. Sure, Jan.
Okay.
He also says he's willing but reluctant to take the polygraph because he had a criminal history that not many people knew about. And it involved a murder conspiracy when he was living in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Here we go.
The incident he's referring to is his attack on Teresa Etherton that I told you about at the beginning of the story. Mm-hmm. But that guy's name was Douglas White. Pastor John Douglas White. Rebekah's soon-to-be stepfather.
Holy shit.
Who has been in her life for over 6 years by this point.
Ew. And I'm not laughing, obviously, that it's her stepdad. It was like nervous laughter because this piece of shit's just flying under everyone's radar. I'm just saying.
No, we get it, Rach. He also told this cop that she overdosed and died. like completely just a bald face.
Enough with the overdose.
I know. I'm like, no one. So he said she overdosed and died, and he panicked and fled. So he spent a little time in jail for this. It's just bullshit.
Okay.
But
wow, we got chatty.
Yeah, he sure did. So, and then he goes on to say this, and also I was involved in a murder conspiracy that, it's just, he's a bullshitter.
Not a conspircy.
No,
attempted murder.
Certainly not. And she didn't die anyway. But you'll see, because that's not the only crime he's committed. So the cop's playing it cool. But after hearing this murder conspiracy, he's thinking, okay, I think this is our guy. Hop into this chair here. We'll strap you in and I'll BRB.
Right.
And while this person's administering the polygraph, investigators are in another room digging up his criminal history.
There you go.
So the attack on Teresa was in 1980 or 1981.
Mm-hmm.
And as a reminder, after only 2 years in the clink, he won an appeal and was given 2 years probation. The biggest bullshit of all time.
I mean, pisses me off.
I know.
Pisses me right off.
He became a long-haul trucker after that and would often pick up sex workers, or as he called them, lot lizards. Have you heard of this?
Ew, no.
I hadn't either. It's apparently another derogatory term for sex workers, specifically those who solicit truckers at highway stops.
Fuck off.
I know, he's the worst. So he would pick them up, still married at this point, by the way. And once he was finished with them, he would stop at a roadside dump and shove them out of the car as he expressed disdain with them because, according to him, they didn't belong in society.
Oh my God. I know I said it before, but I actually am going to sign off now.
I know. Bye. Hello, Kettle? Hey.
Really?
Pot.
You're such a piece of shit.
Calling to say you're black. Bye.
Yeah.
This guy's such an asshole. So none of his victims, obviously, none of the sex workers during that time came forward. Obviously, I'm sure it was not the first time they were treated horribly. But this little piece of information that came out later when they interviewed John's old acquaintances, who he would apparently brag to. And honestly, it seems on brand. Need I remind you as parting words to Teresa? But sorry, I had to be like this.
Oh, yeah.
You're only a woman.
Oh, sorry. And now he's a pastor, you say?
Pastor.
Cute.
Really
Fucker.
cute. Telling people how to live their lives. No, it's great. By 1994, John was a father of 2 children with a third on the way. So he switched careers to have a more stable schedule and started working at an industrial laundry facility. One source says textile company. Who cares?
Right.
And in July of that year of 1994, he started an affair with coworker, 26-year-old Vicky Sue Wall. One night, the two met behind a grocery store in Comstock Township, Michigan, and they had sex in John's car, but Vicky disappeared after that.
Oh.
Luckily, that store had surveillance, and they see Vicky's getting into his black truck around 3 a.m.
Holy shit.
When police questioned John, he admitted that he was having an affair with Vicky, but let her out of the car, never to be seen again. What are the odds that 2 monsters are walking around at 3 a.m. in Comstock Township, Michigan?
Right.
Not likely. Then he changed his story and said that he had amnesia again and couldn't remember what happened. He had no idea if he hurt Vicky.
Oh, we're done with the amnesia thing, too.
Stop calling your rageful blackouts amnesia.
Yeah. God.
It's stupid. I actually looked up how likely it is for someone to have these episodes, and it's not very, I'll tell you. What he's describing is dissociative amnesia, which I think is different from the fugue state we often talk about.
Yes, we do.
But it affects like 0.2 to 7% of the general population, and it's more common in women than men. Like,
and it got you out of trouble before, so you're just going to keep playing that card.
Sure.
You're doing yourself no favors. Not with me. Not with me. I don't give a shit if you think you have a medical condition. You suck. You should be locked up, castrated, whatever.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Forensic experts found trace amounts of blood in John's truck, but technology wasn't advanced enough at the time to test such a small amount. Then 6 weeks after Vicky's disappearance, a man saw a white sneaker and a trail of blood on a nature trail about 2 miles from where Vicky was last seen. He started following the trail and found women's underwear, kept following, then found Vicky's poor body.
Oh, God.
6 weeks exposed to the elements.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Horrifying. And think how fast your heart would be beating following a trail of blood and finding these little things along the way that lead to such a gruesome dead body.
Yeah.
Her shirt and bra were tied tightly around her neck, but because the state of decomposition, they couldn't determine if that's what killed her. The blood makes it seem like it was something else, to be honest. And from the moment her body was found, John completely shut down. He refused to take a polygraph or speak any more about his relationship with Vicky, just completely stopped cooperating. So the cops are like, that's okay, we can work around that. And they get a warrant to search all his shit.
There you go.
They sprayed luminol in his truck and several places lit up. But for some reason, it said they weren't able to test it properly. I don't know why. But they said the physical evidence was pretty limited. So prosecutors offered a fucking plea deal for involuntary manslaughter.
I'm bored of this.
Mm-hmm. During his sentencing.
Involuntary manslaughter? Are you kidding? Yeah. She's like brutally murdered.
Right. I just, physical evidence, it's just so crazy. She has shit wrapped around her neck and she was last seen with a guy who attacked a woman just 10 years before.
Right.
Get out of here. During the sentencing, the judge told John, it appears from your previous violent act against a woman and this unexplained violent action that you have a dangerous level of self-control, and he imposed a maximum sentence within the state guidelines, which was 8 to 15 years in prison. That is 2 victims, and he has served less than 20 years total.
It's crazy.
This is insane. While in prison for Vicky's murder, he told a psychologist that he fantasized about killing the prosecutor, his own defense attorney, and the judge who sentenced him, which, dude, you should give them all a high five and a nice smack on the ass for the deal they got you. Shut up.
Hate this guy.
But
that goes without saying, obviously.
That's not a hot take. Mm-mm. But most alarming, he said he also fantasized about having sex with a woman's dead body.
Ew.
That is the pastor's motive. I want to rip that Bible right out of your hand, sir.
Right. You cannot blame amnesia for this bullshit.
Oh my God. No, you can't. John's wife filed for divorce, took the kids, and to my knowledge, never spoke or saw him again. So while in prison, he found Christianity and he told others he wanted to dedicate his life to his faith. Now you can laugh.
Okay. I do. I laugh real hard at that. Idiot.
He studied the Bible, attended regular therapy sessions, obtained his minister's license, and he was a model prisoner. Ugh, I hate that point because he's not with any women to kill or dead bodies to rape.
Right.
So whatever. But authorities thought his efforts were genuine, which, by the way, it might be true. He might want to change.
Sure.
Or, but with demons this bad, it's simply not going to happen.
Yeah. With amnesia that bad, you can't control your actions.
No, that's crazy. But it's up to the people of sound mind and the justice system to know that and make the decision for them. Like, sorry, dude, you've done this twice now, and now you're fantasizing about raping a corpse? No.
Yeah.
You stay put. We don't want him out here.
Keep him.
Keep him.
Keep him.
So in 2007, after serving almost 13 years, he was released without probation or any form of supervision. Do what you will, sir. Have a great life. Bye.
Yeah.
Wagging their finger. Now you stay out of trouble, you.
I don't want to see you back here again. You hear? Bye-bye.
He moved to Augusta, Michigan, where he got into online dating, met Sally, won her over through his faith because she too was very religious. And when he finally made the move to the Mount Pleasant area to be with her, she got him a job as the local pastor.
Poor Sally.
I know.
Really got duped.
Yeah. And he just pushed down every single sick, twisted thing he wanted to do to her daughter until it was too much to take. Because he had secretly been obsessing over Rebekah for the last 6 years.
When she was 18-ish?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah. Wow. Gross.
So here we are, about a day into her disappearance. They have their very likely killer, but don't have a body. He fails the polygraph, and they issue an emergency warrant for his truck and mobile home, the one he shares with the victim's mother, who at the time was still out looking for Rebekah, so she wasn't there.
Oh, Sally.
It's just so sad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
They found a large rubber mallet with bloodstains on it and a pair of women's underwear in the trash that matched Rebekah's size. And the back of his truck, sorry. What?
This guy's a dipshit.
I know.
I I'm getting pissed now. Now I'm about to get on one.
Right. I know. You're going to get,
but honestly, laws haven't applied to him thus far. So yeah, he's just,
no.
Why not? Haven't. Why not? Why get rid of evidence? It doesn't matter. He's going to get away with it.
Just throw him in the trash that you share with her mother.
Right. What?
Sick.
Even taking a polygraph. Wow. You're a fucking idiot.
I know.
I hate him. Hot take. Hot take. Sorry.
In the back of John's truck, they found 55-gallon garbage bags, blood, and a broken necklace, broken in the middle, clasp still attached. So clearly a struggle.
Right. Gosh, it's like Sandra Birchmore.
Yeah, it is.
Big red flag.
So detectives are ready to interrogate the shit out of him. For nearly 12 hours, detectives are interviewing John, all while receiving pictures from cops searching his home and car. They start with his past and bring up Teresa and Vicky, which he says he's already paid for those crimes. No, you didn't. But
no.
Okay. And he says he's a man of God now, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, quick cue. Need an A. Why does your truck look like it has bloodstains in it? And whose broken necklace is that? And shows them a picture.
There you go. And also, man of God now. No, we talked to God. She's pissed. She hates you. But
she says she doesn't. You're not in the business of her work, and to get the fuck out.
You will pay for those crimes, is what she told us. You haven't yet,
and it ain't in heaven. I'll tell you. He says he doesn't know whose necklace it is and doesn't know what the stains are from, and adamantly denies ever hurting Rebekah. Says he's in love with Sally, wants to marry her, whatever. So detectives change tactics, and they're like, let's talk about Sally. Let's see if that maybe pulls on his black charred heartstrings. They tell him that Sally was the one who gave him a second chance in a new family. She would be the one to suffer the most if they couldn't find out what happened to Rebekah, especially if her body is just decomposing somewhere. They talk about how cold and wet the weather is getting, like how traumatic for a mother to be put through that, especially by her own pastor fiance. They also remind him how much Conway, who looked at him as a grandpa, would suffer.
That's right.
This is when John asked for an attorney, but when detectives left him alone for a while, he starts fidgeting. I mean, God only knows what being alone with those crazy thoughts would do to a person.
Yeah. That's why they do that. So they can sit back and watch what you do. For sure.
And he fidgets, man.
Ooh, yeah.
And then when they walk back in, he tells them, never mind, he'll talk, but he first wants to make a phone call to Sally. And the cop can't get a cell phone out quick enough. He says, here, use my cell, hurry. So right there in the room, he makes this very vague phone call, and it's all on videotape. He starts getting emotional and profusely apologizing, doesn't say why. He told her that she was the love of his life, and he was very sorry. Then he said nothing could undo what he did, and abruptly hangs up, leaving her head spinning, I'm sure.
Yeah.
After he hung up, he's actually the one to propose a plea deal. He agreed to plead guilty so they wouldn't have to go through a trial, but he requested to spend the rest of his life in solitary confinement.
Okay. Sure. Deal.
Maybe he didn't want to be hurt by other prisoners, fewer eyes on him. Who the hell knows? But that's what he opted for. And they say, that is fine.
Wow.
Deal, but we also need her body, obviously. And he agrees to show them. So this is what he tells them. This is what happened to Rebekah Gay on the morning of October 31st, 2012. He admitted the night before Halloween, he watched porn involving necrophilia, which has only fueled his desire to act out his fantasy.
Father John Douglas
White, everyone.
White, everyone.
He drank 4 or 5 Natty Light Tall Boys. Get a hold of yourself.
Come on.
For a lot of reasons, but Natty Light Tall Boys being one of them. You're 55 years old, for God's sake.
Frat party.
Right. Are you in the woods drinking around a bonfire? What are you doing?
Yes.
So he drank into the early morning hours of October 31st to give himself liquid courage. He tells cops he only fantasizes about necrophilia when he drinks. But in the next breath, he admits that he left Rebekah's back door unlocked on purpose when he was over earlier that day. So clearly he planned this sober.
Right.
Also, alcohol has a lot of negative effects, but raping a corpse isn't one of them, Reverend.
I don't think so.
I'm not.
I think Natty Light would have something to say about that.
Sure. I don't care how many Natty Light Tall Boys you have. They're not going to make you commit a sexually motivated murder. They're just
if you don't have it in you.
Right. Exactly. Right. I hate ketchup sober. I hate it drunk too. Like, that's not going to.
Right.
It's crazy. So around 2 a.m., he entered Rebekah's home through the back door and he left unlocked. And Rebekah's a light sleeper, and even more so on this particular night because Conway was in bed with her, which I have to say, I'm really glad she let him sleep in her bed that night.
Wait, he was in bed with her?
Yeah. I'm glad they got that last cuddle.
I'm pissed.
It's so infuriating. But when I read that, I was like, oh, my heart shatters for it. And then I'm like, I'm so glad he got to sleep in her bed. Oh.
But, okay.
What?
Where does he do this?
Oh, he's all asleep. Okay. Conway, they don't think Conway heard a thing. And I'll get into it. Oh,
God. I hate this.
So anyway, when your kid's next to you in bed and you hear something, you know it's not the kid. He's right there. So her senses are heightened and she immediately woke up and jumped out of bed to see what it was.
Oh, God.
She goes down the hallway, and as soon as she rounds the corner into the living room, John jumps out and starts beating her in the head with the rubber mallet. She instantly fell to the floor, and he's still hitting her in the head, but she manages to look at him shocked and murmur, I know you. How awful.
Oh, my God.
And to my knowledge, those were her last words ever spoken.
Holy shit.
At this point, she's still alive, but she's in bad shape. He pulls out zip ties and puts it around her neck and pulls as hard as he can. Then he sits on her couch and watches her struggle until she takes her last breath.
Shut up.
How? I mean, monster.
Holy shit.
While her baby's asleep.
Awful.
One of the worst. Gruesome. He then dragged her body into the kitchen and removed her clothes, but couldn't remember if he had sex with her dead body or not. Pesky amnesia.
I cannot deal with this anymore.
Oh my God. Also, you already said this was your only motive. So let me make this easy for you. You did.
Yes.
But at first he says he can't remember. Then I guess he recovered a memory because he tells police that he did actually try, but couldn't get it up because it wasn't as exciting as he thought it would be.
I'm disgusted.
So
I'm going to stop talking. Sorry.
No, you don't have to. It is repulsive. Also, good thing someone had to die for you to figure that out. You're such an asshole.
Yeah.
But also bullshit. I think he's just trying to save himself from looking like the absolute worst person in front of the cops and humanize himself a little bit, saying I couldn't do it. Like nothing is going to make you look good in this entire thing. I don't even think this is his first time fulfilling that fantasy. I think that was his plan for Teresa.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did that to Vicky post-mortem.
Sure.
I actually think that he probably killed most of those sex workers.
Oh, yeah.
As a long-haul trucker?
I mean, thought that too when you said that.
Right. I mean, what? Of course he did.
Right.
I don't think this was his first time at all, but he's sticking to it. He couldn't go through with it, but offers up that he may have grabbed her breasts. A man of God. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying that.
Yeah.
He used her cleaning supplies and towels to try to clean up. Then he turned off Rebekah's phone and drove her car to the bar 100 yards away and threw her keys and phone into the dumpster to throw a wrench into the investigation. Just a couple more things they have to find, waste time. Mm-hmm. Then he walked back to Rebekah's house and he grabbed her clothes and the towels that he used to clean up and he put them into a 55-gallon trash bag. Those are those like large industrial trash bags.
Gardening bags.
Yeah.
Trash bags. Yeah.
Or construction.
Or anything.
Yeah. And then another trash bag, he puts Rebekah herself.
Oh,
it's disgusting. It's so mean. When he was loading everything into his truck, the trash bag tore, and that's how some blood leaked out and Rebekah's necklace fell out.
Oh my God.
The pastor then dumped Rebekah's body in a ravine behind pine trees off Coldwater Road, about a mile from the mobile home community. And he scattered the towels and clothes in various places, like miles from each other. Finally, he went back to Rebekah's to sleep on the couch so he could be there when Conway woke up.
Stop.
Which, by the way, was always the plan. Since Rebekah was taking the morning shift, she wouldn't have had time to drop Conway off with Chad. So it was always, the plan was always for John to do it. So cops knew that he was the last person to see Rebekah, but he initially told them he got there around 6:30 a.m. Rebekah was getting ready for work in the bathroom and yelled that Conway was still asleep. So to just chill on the couch. And when he did, he accidentally fell asleep and never actually saw Rebekah leave. He just woke up to Conway shaking him. So sad.
He dropped Conway off with the ex?
Yes,
wow.
But not before dressing Conway up in his Halloween costume.
I am repulsed.
How fucked up is that? You killed his mother and then you got him dressed for Halloween, made him breakfast and dropped him off with his dad. I can't imagine the conversations you were having as you got Conway dressed.
He's excited.
So excited. I'm going to eat so much candy tonight. Practicing yelling trick or treat. It's so dark and sad.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh. And this asshole knows it will be his first and last Halloween he will ever be excited about because this day is forever ruined for him.
Right.
Sheriff Madushetsky said after John confessed, he kept saying he was a bad person, he's a bad pastor, and he felt bad for the people in his church. But he doesn't recall John ever being remorseful about Rebekah. And that he basically point blank said he was attracted to her, thought she was a very cute girl, and that's pretty much it.
Fuck off.
Absolutely the worst. He gave directions to Rebekah's body, and her injuries were consistent with John's confession. And her autopsy revealed ligature marks around her neck, signs of abrasions, and sexual intercourse.
Oh,
of course.
Gross. Of course. Duh. We knew that.
When word got out, people were shocked. I mean, he was the guy who saw a family in need of some help and voluntarily babysat their 6 kids on more than one occasion.
Oh.
He helped neighbors with all sorts of handyman shit. He cleaned people's gutters for them. I won't tell you again what he did for a living, but he was the local church pastor, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, he
really hid those demons. Yeah,
really, yeah. Trying to make up for him with these like bullshit nice tasks.
Mm-hmm.
He is a monster.
He's a monster. Although not everyone had nice things to say about him. Even Rebekah told friends John kind of made her uncomfortable. And her coworkers said he would show up at work without a real reason to be there, just kind of lingered around her.
Ew.
Aaron said it seemed John's obsessive streak came around at the time Rebekah got a perm. She had straight hair, but she wanted curly hair, so she went for it. And John would come over to her house daily to compliment it, according to Aaron. Even John's sister said John was so excited to have a real family again, but when Rebekah started dating Aaron, he said after everything he had done for her, Rebekah was abandoning him. Like, what? She's not involved with you. She can do whatever she wants.
Right.
Ew.
You're not her dad.
It's
not like you're, this would also be sick if he did grow up like raising her. It's all sick. Yeah. By the time you were in her life, she was an adult. She doesn't need you. Never has.
No, she doesn't.
Ew. This guy's a creep. How did he have his past for this long in modern day?
I know.
It's 2012.
Yeah.
And his sister's like, he wanted a family again. I'm like, wait, but you knew about who he was.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. There's some articles.
Not blaming his sister for anything. No. I'm just.
There's some articles.
How did he had this?
He didn't have it from the
quick
church.
Google. Oh.
When he applied to be a pastor, he disclosed everything. According to some
his
sources.
Story. His story.
Yeah. Some people speculate that he just told about the overdose.
Sure.
So we don't know. But others are like, oh, no, I think they knew. We don't know. The church elders have not confirmed.
Okay. Well.
In March 2013, John pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, so no trial. Sally spoke during his sentencing hearing, and this is paraphrased version, but she partially blamed the justice system for letting such a violent criminal out after his previous murder. She said, John White is receiving more rights than our own daughter, who was a law-abiding citizen. When he was previously arrested from prison, he was the equivalent of a starving lion looking for prey. Mm-hmm. She then turned to John and said, John, Rebekah was always kind to you. She spent time with you. She defended you, and you paid her by brutally taking her life. She was not yours to take. How dare you?
Oh, Sally, I want to hug you.
Oh, no. Then she requested that Judge Chamberlain showed John the same lack of mercy that he showed Rebekah. And Judge said, okay, and
Will
sentenced
do.
him to 85 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 56 years.
No solitary confinement either. You're in the general pop.
I think he was.
Enjoy.
General pop. Yep. He was 55 at the time of the murder, and Michigan passed the Truth in Sentencing Law in 1998, which requires convicts to serve their full minimum sentence before being considered for parole. So he has to serve that full 56 years, which seems like a duh law, but that's not the case everywhere.
Right.
Judge Chamberlain then told John, some people have no place in society, and you're one of them. I see no reason why you should ever be released.
I love that choice of words given the sex worker, what he said to those sex workers.
Exactly what
piece
I
of
had
shit.
noted. I said, that's some fun irony, considering that's what he used to say to sex workers.
There you go.
John was sent to Michigan Reformatory Correctional Facility in Ionia, Michigan.
Yeah, they do own
Yeah,
you.
they do
You
own
piece
ya.
of shit.
And on August 28, 2013, just about 4 months after sentencing, inmate number 67505 was found dead in his prison cell. You had to have known that guy wasn't sticking around. He's a coward.
Oh, God.
That's what I think. I'm guessing he was in general pop. I mean, can't. And in his mugshot, he's wearing the anti-suicide. He has the anti-suicide vest
thing
on.
Yeah.
So not sure why they didn't leave it on. I don't know. And that is my horrifying case on this Halloween Thursday. Poor Rebekah, poor Conway, poor Sally, poor Aaron.
I'm pissed.
Everyone involved. My God.
Yeah, really.
It's infuriating.
How long was he in prison before he did that?
4 months.
Stop. I hate this story.
I know. People,
poor Conway. I hope he's okay.
I know. I couldn't find an update on him. I did see that after his arrest and after all was said and done, they were going to still let Conway be in Aaron's life.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking sad. And, you know, people often suggest we interview criminals, but you see, it would be so hard to give an objective opinion. I'd be like,
I don't want to hear your side.
So god awful. I don't care about it. What?
I want to berate you and tell you you're a piece of shit.
He apparently wanted told.
Actually, I would love it. That would be great. That would feel really good.
He apparently told his first wife that he wanted to harm himself after Vicky's, and I think I'd be like, why didn't you though?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then do that. Why do you have to take all these people down with you?
Right. You're awful.
Oh, damn it. I hate this.
So, my custom shout out is for Anna. PATW is everything. Thank you for telling the best stories and making us laugh. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
I want to shout out my TikTok account, Anna Hugo Design. That's ANNAHUGODESIGN.
There you go.
My dream is to be TikTok famous and get TikTok paid.
Yeah, girl.
I'm so close at 207 followers. Help a sister out.
Yes.
Y'all, PAT Dub fans, go follow her.
Go follow her. Y'all are on TikTok too. Y'all know that.
Anna Hugo Design. Let's do it.
Let's go.
So my other dream is to become a freelance videographer in the LA area. My Instagram is the same thing, Anna Hugo Designs.
Oh, go follow her both.
This one has an S at the end, Designs.
Okay.
Her TikTok appears to be Anna Hugo Design, no S. But try both in case she had a typo in here.
Yeah.
Women supporting women. Lilas is what she says. Lilas. Thanks, Anna, for joining.
Thank you, Anna. You rock.
Patrons. Megan, Ariel, Ellen, Terry. Oh, shit. Right. Oh, God. I'm going to butcher some of these names. Rayanne, Sophia, Ragnald, Emily, Amy, Ashley, Kathy, Jillian, Julie, Chelsea, JP, Lizzie, Navi, Naughty Girl.
Ooh, naughty
girl. But Knotty.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank y'all. Y'all rock.
Y'all rock. And thanks for listening. Don't forget about tomorrow's bonus Halloween episode for everyone.
Coming at ya.
Y'all are the best. People
are the worst. Especially that guy.
God, especially John Douglas White. Fuck that guy.
Gross.
Bye.
Bye. Good one.
You have 30 minutes from here. Hey, Jacob, I don't want to record that embedded.
You did great.
and get it over to you.
I don't want to work. I'm tired.
Cozy Earth does seem like a good holiday shopping. It's like a Quince.
Oh, it is?
Kind of more bedding, but like but it's high end. But this ad. Oh, sorry. Let me stop recording.
Yeah.
This ad.